Invite a Budget Blinds style consultant to show you how to transform your rooms just by changing your window coverings. Canada's #1 choice for window coverings. Visit budgetblinds.ca today.
The MS Society is holding a magic show tonight to raise money for the chronic disease that still has no cure and affects millions worldwide. Ryan Pilling is a magician from Calgary who has seen the devastating effects of MS firsthand. That's why he decided to partner with the Lloydminster MS Society to raise awareness.
There's been a few magicians I've known that have had to deal with MS and waking up and not knowing what your body's going to be able to do that day. And you can imagine for someone who relies on their hands so much to do what they love to do, it can be quite a change.
MS is unpredictable and acts differently in each person. Lacey Flitchell with the MS Society says the amount of MS cases in North America is staggering.
I was surprised to find out how many people do actually suffer from MS. It's a very high rate in Canada, and Alberta has the highest rate of Canada.
The show starts at 7 at the Legacy Centre, and tickets will be available at the door. While PED ravaged baby pigs south of the border, that hasn't been the case in Canada. Strong biosecurity protocols have kept porcine epidemic diarrhea in check. However, the virus likes cooler temperatures. In this week's Agriculture Report, Gerard Lampow tells us that stakeholders are being encouraged not to drop the ball.
18 months after the first case was found in Ontario, we still have had no cases here.
At the height of the porcine epidemic diarrhea last year, the U.S. Pork Producers Council estimated it had killed some 7 million pigs, about 10% of that country's pigs. In Canada, while there were reports out east and a few cases showing up at border crossings in Manitoba, PED has been kept out of Western Canada.
Environmental surveillance in Manitoba and Saskatchewan has picked up a few positives here and there, showing that it does come in occasionally on trucks. But because everyone is doing such a good job with washing and cleaning trucks, and producers are really aware and they're making very sure that all trucks are clean that come to their barns, we've not had any cases here.
With cooler temperatures coming, biosecurity measures face greater challenges.
The virus does survive better in cooler temperatures, especially if it's frozen, and as you all know, it's much harder to clean things out in the cold.
Mud and manure freeze and stick onto boots, clothing and vehicles in the winter months, so this is the time for producers to bring their A game, especially if someone wanted to visit a pork farm.
You would be stopped at the gate, and if you would want to come into the barn, you'd have to verify that you had not visited another hog farm within the last 72 hours. You would don the rubber boots and overalls that we supply for you that we know have only been in our barns, and a basic hand sanitization before proceeding into the barn.
Scott Downey is a grain producer who also has cattle, sheep, goats, as well as 42 pigs and 39 piglets on his farm at Neilburg.
When we take our animals up to 4-H, which is the major time we show our animals, it's a full wash down of the trailers, make sure they're all clean, and then once they've been to the expo, they are put into a quarantine barn so that they do not bring anything back to the other part of the herd.
It's been good going so far at keeping the deadly virus out of Western Canada, but with Jack Frost bearing down, stakeholders are getting some encouragement to stay the course.
I think tremendous kudos have to go out to everybody within the pork industry and the transport industry for having cooperated so well over the last 2 years.
Gerard Lampow, Newcap News.